Hi, and welcome to Administering Google Workspace. In this course, we'll look at the process for launching your company or organization onto the Google Workspace platform. I'll start by showing you the various account types. We'll go over signing up for Workspace, setting up your company profile, and choosing services. For teams moving from other platforms, I'll show you how to migrate your existing data, and for teams starting fresh, we'll walk through setting up new user accounts. I'll show you how to create Google Groups, set up admin privileges, manage mobile devices, create and manage user accounts with organizational units, and cover other helpful features to get you and your team organized. So, let's get started with administering Google Workspace. Before getting started with this course, we'll want to have a working knowledge of IT terminology, as well as a general understanding of web-based or cloud-based software. It will also be helpful to know the approximate size of your organization in terms of the number of users, as this will determine how you'll approach the user account creation process. An organization chart may also be useful, which can help you determine the need for organizational units and possibly the type and number of domain administrators. You should also be familiar with your organization's privacy and security policies so you can make informed decisions on which apps can be enabled within your domain. Formerly Google Apps or G Suite, Google Workspace is a collection of cloud-based applications provided by Google. The cloud refers to applications that live on the web and are not stored on a local computer. Cloud-based applications are accessed via an internet connection, typically through a web browser. And although in most cases documents can be exported or downloaded from the application to one's local machine, the documents are saved. With traditional desktop application suites, documents were saved locally. Users would then share the documents with others by attaching the file to an email and sending, or saving to portable storage. With applications in the cloud, the document is saved online, where multiple users can access it. This enables a number of collaborative features which would not otherwise be. At the center of Google services is Google Drive, an online file storage service that also includes desktop storage and synchronization, as well as Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, Drawings, and Forms. Files saved to Google Drive can be used as attachments in Gmail and Google Calendar. Photos stored in Drive can be moved to the Google Photos app, while documents created in Drive may be shared and collaborated upon with other Google users. Additionally, the Google Drive desktop application can be installed locally on your computer, enabling document synchronization between Drive and any other device in which the client or app is installed. Where Google initially provided 1 GB of storage to its users, this amount has steadily increased to keep pace with the larger storage demand of multimedia files. A single Google user account has a storage quota shared between Gmail, Google Drive, and Google Photos. Users have the freedom to share and collaborate from any internet-enabled device or location. This includes mobile devices where the Google Drive app may be downloaded and installed. Multiple users can edit Google Docs simultaneously, and a revision history is managed, logging all changes to the document and making it possible to roll back undesired changes. Documents created and modified using the Google Docs file format do not count against a user's storage quota and can be made available for offline viewing and editing. Similarly, photos only count against a user's storage quota if stored in the original quality, while photos stored in Google's high-quality mode do not. Most of Google's services require a Google account, which provides access to Google's suite of applications. Though some applications such as YouTube and Google Docs can be accessed and used by non-Google users without signing in, an account is required to make use of the full range of collaborative and file storage features. A public Google account is free to sign up for, and it may be used to access not only the standard Google Workspace, but additional Google services not included in the Google Workspace suite of applications. Google provides an assortment of apps and services to the public for free, and you may already use many of these, such as Gmail, YouTube, Blogger, and Google Drive. Google Workspace is a specialized selection of apps designed specifically for the needs of businesses and organizations. These include Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Hangouts, Docs, Sheets, Slides, Forms, Sites, Photos, Keep, and Vault, which is an information governance and data management tool exclusive to Google Workspace that is not part of the public Google suite of applications. Your Workspace account may also grant you access to additional services, such as YouTube and Blogger, if enabled by your administrator. One of the most important services in Google Workspace is the ability to brand your install with your own customized domain. Where in the public version of Gmail, your email address ends with gmail.com, in Workspace, you may customize your email address and use your company domain name. When you log in to your Workspace account, you'll need to use your full email address as the username to distinguish your username within your domain from similar ones registered with public Google services or other Workspace domains. For example, when I use the Google sign-in page to log into my work email, instead of typing my username only, my login would include both my username as well as the domain, which indicates I'm logging into my work account. The public Google apps are free, but Google earns revenue by including advertisements within Gmail and other services, and keywords within your email and documents may be used to tailor advertising specifically to you. Additionally, services such as YouTube Premium and additional storage in Google Drive may be paid for on a subscription basis. Since Workspace is used by businesses and private organizations, Google Workspace for Business gives you the option to enable or disable advertising for your domain. In some versions, such as Google Workspace for Education, advertising is disabled entirely. Google serves as a data processor for your organization and makes it explicitly clear that any data saved on their servers is owned by the organization using the service, and data is not sold by third parties or used for targeted advertising. As always, it is best practice to review all terms of service and privacy documentation carefully to ensure that the agreement complies with the service and privacy expectations for your organization. For public Google accounts, users are given a limited amount of storage that is shared between all apps, though you can choose to purchase more space if desired. Users of Google Workspace are given more storage, which can vary from 30 gigabytes in the Business Starter Plan to unlimited storage in some enterprise versions. Also, since businesses must rely on their administrative tools, Google provides support 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, and guarantees 99.9% uptime with zero scheduled downtime for maintenance. So what does it mean for your organization to adopt Google Workspace? In short, it means that you're using a version of Workspace that has been branded and customized for you. Your domain is typically the web address of your organization, or what follows the @ symbol in your organization's email. When your organization adopts Workspace, your email address and username can stay the same, though Google gives you much more than just a branded email address. Your Workspace account is a Google account, and with this account, you can potentially use any of Google's services and applications. The applications at your disposal are limited, however, to those enabled by your domain. Through the Google Workspace Administrative Console, found at admin.google.com, users with certain levels of admin access have the ability to enable and disable specific Workspace apps and services. As a result, when you're logged into your organization's Workspace account, some services may be unavailable. For example, your company uses Workspace, but opted to stay with their current email application, and thus disabled Gmail for the domain. If you, as an employee, navigate to Gmail while logged into your company Google account, you would see this message. We're sorry, you do not have access to Gmail. Please log into your admin console to enable Gmail. This doesn't mean that you cannot use the service at all. You can still access it using your public Google account. It does, however, prohibit you from using the service with your company Workspace account. Google's collaborative features not only allow you to share documents publicly or privately with specific users and groups, but also enable levels of sharing specifically within your domain. A document available to all users in your domain would require anyone attempting to view the document to sign in with their Workspace address to verify their access privileges. This allows you to make documents and files accessible only to those within your organization, while keeping them private from the public. Likewise, when you invite a user outside your domain to a calendar event or attempt to share a document with them, you'll be prompted to confirm that you want to involve external users. There are many versions of Google Workspace available, and pricing will vary depending on a number of factors, including the type of organization, video meeting needs, per-user storage. These include plans designed for organizations which include small and large businesses, healthcare, government, education, and nonprofits. The plans outlined in this video reflect Google's current offerings at the time of this recording, which are subject to change in the future. Be sure to consult the Google Workspace Editions page for the most up-to-date information. Google for Business has 4 primary versions of Workspace: Business Starter, Business Standard, Business Plus, and Enterprise. Additionally, customized editions of these are available for nonprofit, government, and educational institutions. All versions provide the standard Workspace applications and Google accounts branded for your domain, while differing slightly in terms of storage capacity, price, and some version-specific features and functions. Let's take a look at the key differences between those, which may help you decide the version that best meets the needs of your organization. Business Starter offers 30 gigabytes of cloud storage per user, as well as custom and secure business email. Additional features and services include 100 participant video meetings, security and management controls, and standard support. Business Standard includes all features of Business Starter, with 2 terabytes of cloud storage per user, and 150 participant video meetings with recording capability. Business Plus offers 5 terabytes of storage per user, and 250 video meetings with recording and attendance tracking. It also includes enhanced security and management controls, which include Google Vault and advanced endpoint management. Finally, Enterprise includes unlimited storage with video meeting capabilities that include noise cancellation and in-domain live streaming. Advanced security controls also include encryption, enterprise endpoint management, data region controls, and the highest level of priority. Specialized versions of Workspace are also available for other types of organizations to match their specific needs. Workspace for Education adheres to the privacy standards outlined in the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act and includes productivity tools geared toward teaching and learning. Workspace for Nonprofits includes features like ad grants and access to Google Earth Pro. Workspaces for Government adheres to the Federal Information Security Management Act standards and offers the data security and privacy protections to comply with government data security requirements, including multi-factor authentication, double encryption, and advanced password protection controls. Once you've chosen a plan for your organization, you may be ready to get started. But it's important to take a moment to review Google's privacy and security agreements before moving forward. Since businesses and organizations have different, often stricter guidelines for privacy than the general public, the Google Workspace User Agreement guarantees much more strict privacy policies than the public Google services. Google sets clear expectations for data ownership. For Google Workspace users, Google agrees to keep your data as long as users require them to keep it, and ensures the user can take their data with them should they choose to use an external service in conjunction with Google Workspace, or stop using their services altogether. Any other scanning or indexing of data on Google's end is entirely automated for the purpose of spam and malware protection, email sorting, and the indexing of documents for search. While your data is saved on Google's secured servers, you retain sole ownership of your data, which will only be accessed by you and others to whom you delegate access. Google cannot share your data with a third party, will not use it for advertising, and it will only be used by Google for the purpose of delivering their contractually obligated services. There are, however, specific circumstances in which Google may access or share your data. The first is requests by government or court order to access or remove data. While Google must comply with these requests, Google has an established process and strict guidelines for handling them. Legal or government requests for data must be specific in purpose and scope, meaning that in the event of a court-ordered request of your data, the request must contain reasonable justification for accessing the data, and the scope of the access will be limited only to what's absolutely necessary to fulfill a request. Additionally, Google provides a transparency report page, which contains detailed statistics related to government and court-ordered requests to remove the information. This can be viewed online at google.com/transparency report. Access to your data may also be required in order for Google to fulfill technical support obligations requested by you or your system administrator. In these cases, Google operates under a least privilege access policy, meaning the support employee is given access to the minimum level of resources and information necessary to complete the support request, and uses this access possible standards for data security. Lastly, when accessing your data via the web, Google provides the option for all data to travel solely through encrypted tunnels to ensure that users have sole access to their password-protected data. I hope you now have a general understanding of Google's privacy and security policies. In the end, the best practice for any organization is to carefully read the terms of service for your workspace plan in its entirety, and be sure to contact Google Help and Support regarding any points which are unclear. Since Google services and web applications are cloud-based, updates are rolled out automatically with no need for installation or purchase. Google consistently works to add new features to their services, with several updates rolling out per month. To provide stability for organizations who may wish to evaluate new features and train staff, these updates may take longer to reach Google Workspace domains. Some may be modified when released, while others may not be released at all. While this can seem inconvenient, it's an advantage over locally installed software, where users must purchase new updates or risk running outdated software. It should also be noted that this course reflects the current state of Google applications. You might notice a few differences in your interface as compared to mine. When in doubt, consult Google's documentation or contact Google Support directly. Through the Administrative Console, which we'll discuss in detail in a later chapter, under Account Settings, Preferences, New User Features, admins may customize their release schedule for their domain by selecting one of two options: the Scheduled Release Track or the Rapid Release Track. These update tracks apply specifically to Workspace core services, which include Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Sites, Contacts, Google Drive, and Google Docs formats. Organizations on the Rapid Release schedule receive new services as soon as they're available. This option may be attractive to small organizations where staff training and support needs are minimal, and information can be disseminated quickly to users affected by the changes. Larger organizations, with large numbers of users, may need more time to evaluate new services before releasing them to their domain. Domains on the Scheduled Release track have more time for evaluation and training. Scheduled releases happen on Tuesdays, approximately a week after rapid release updates. Because scheduled releases happen after rapid release, an organization that moves from rapid release to scheduled release could potentially lose functionality if the upgrade has not yet been released on the scheduled track. Deciding which schedule depends on your training needs for your organization, as well as the estimated number of affected users. For newly released products and services, Google offers the option to either have users automatically receive them as they're available, or have them remain inactive until manually enabled by an administrator. This option is also available through the profile area of the Administrative Console, and some changes may take up to 24 hours to take effect. You also have the option to subscribe to email updates and newsletters through the Communication Preferences area. Google also provides a Workspace release calendar to make for a more stable experience for users. The calendar is available at workspace.google.com/what's new, and it highlights all release dates for both the rapid and scheduled